All right, welcome to the Holistic Healing Summit 2025. I hope you guys are as energized as I am. This is going to be a transformative week for all of you. We have heard time and time again how this summit has changed people's lives. If this is not your first summit and the past summits have just made a change in your LS journey, drop some love in the chat. Let the people know who this is their first time that this is going to be well worth their time. So my name is Kathy Reese Carter. I am executive director, co-founder of the Lichen Sclerosus Support Network. This journey started way back about 5 years ago now with my podcast, but I'll tell you all that story later. I know right now you guys want to know about the summit, and I want to tell you all about it. So, how this all started. About 5 years ago, no, I lied, 4 years ago, I was doing my thing, helping people with LS, and was reached out by this beautiful woman named Lauren who said, you know what? We need to turn this into a nonprofit. And I said, okay, let's do it. So she said, we need to raise some money first so we could start. So let's have a summit. I was like, okay, never done that before. So we did. And in less than 2 weeks, we had built a summit, 5 days, one speaker a day, and we were able to raise $3,000 at our first summit. And that $3,000 allowed us to go and start this amazing organization. This year is our 5th year, and we went from 5 speakers to, I think this year we have close to 17 speakers. We've had over 30 sessions, and it has just grown, and it keeps growing because of the wonderful community that we have, and the feedback that we have from the community just helps us to change things and make it the summit that you need. So I want to make sure that, oh, who's joining me here? I don't know who that is. Get out of here. Um, um, we want to make sure that you know all the ins and outs of what is going on with the summit. So let's do a little bit of a walkthrough of what your summit experience is going to be. So you are already in the community. So we've made it that far. You've made it to your first session. So yay for you. And I want to make sure that you are really taking advantage of the community experience, because at its core, when I first started 5 years ago with the Lichen Sclerosus podcast, it really was all about community. Yes, I wanted the information, but I really craved community, because so many times we've heard time and time again, I've never spoken to someone with lichen sclerosus. I've never interacted with someone with lichen sclerosus. And so this is your opportunity to really have those connections. Even if it's you may make a connection with someone who's across the globe. The beauty of the technology today is you can have that friendship, right? You can have Zoom meetings, emails, you can stay connected with anyone, anywhere in the globe. I mean, my bestie Jacqueline is in Canada. We worked together for 4 years and only met for the first time just a couple months ago. So this is your opportunity to find that bestie, find that person who really understands what you are feeling, what you're going through, who can support you in ways that maybe your network at home and your family and friends are not able to, because they really just don't understand, right? So I want to walk you through some of these opportunities that I really want you to highlight for you so that you can get the most out of the summit. It's not just the education. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about the sessions, but community, community, community. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go into the community. So actually, I'm going to back up to start here. This is the beginning of all the things. If you need to know anything, have any questions, check out this welcome session for this welcome section first, and it's going to give more than likely have the answer. Okay, and then all of your events. So the next event that's going to this is in chronological order. So the next event that's going live, it's going to be the first one in the section. So that'll help you find the quickest way to find your sessions. And then we've got our featured posts down here. These are just things that we wanted to highlight for you. Now, to the community. Live chat is one of the first ways that you can interact with everyone in the community. This is a great way to have a quick interaction, but the most impactful way is to go to the forum and actually create a post. And here it's very much like Facebook, where you just write down what you're thinking. You can add pictures, GIFs, emojis, and then post it and let people comment on it, right? So you can leave comments. And the beautiful thing about this is that makes it so much easier to go back to. So this is a great place to ask questions. Hey, I'm using this emollient. Anybody ever used it? I love it. Or what's your favorite emollient? I'm looking for a new one. Or this is my situation. Anybody else done this? This is your place where you can have those conversations, those questions. Now, again, I said, if you wanted to just do like these beautiful ladies have, just introducing themselves, wishing happy Mother's Day, just having a quick conversation, that's where the live chat is. All right. The forum is going to be more for having those questions that you are or sharing experiences that you want. And then going to the attendees, you can see who's around you, who's near you. And then the beautiful thing is you can reach out to them. So if you click on a person's picture, you can have a private, you can view their profile first. That might be a good idea. So make sure you fill out your profile, because your bestie might be looking for you and not know who you are because you didn't fill out your profile. And then you can have a private chat with them. So you can shoot them a quick chat and say, hey, I saw you're in my area. I'd love to talk more. Boom. Now you've started the conversation and you've started that connection. Then you can say, listen, I'm going to go to the next community session. Community session, what's that? Community sessions are places for you to connect with other attendees. These are 1 hour unhosted Zoom spaces for you to jump in and just talk. Just have that face-to-face communication with the community so that you can, again, have that one-on-one conversation with your new bestie, potential bestie. You want to really, really take advantage of these community spaces. We're going to have so as the week goes on, we're going to have some like icebreaker questions in there. So make sure you check the description to see like what are some topics that you can start off the conversation. That's something we heard from last year was it'd be nice if there was maybe like an icebreaker question. So we're coming up with those. But really, it is literally just your time to say, hey, this is what I've learned so far. This is where my issues are. Anybody else? Or this is my experience. Just be there for each other. Okay? Because there's a lot of information that you are going to get if you're like me and in my childhood in Queens, New York. My analogy, and if you don't know me, I'm the analogy queen. I love talking in analogies. So the way I look at the summit is like you're drinking out of the fire hydrant. I don't know about you, but as a child, we love to play with the fire hydrant. And it was a lot of water, right? You kind of have to like scoop your hand in there and try not to, to get the water out. But it's going to be a lot of information. So that's going to be hitting you hard. And we really want to make sure that you are not overwhelmed. We want to educate you. Because knowledge is power, but we don't want to overwhelm you. And so we've created these buckets of space that you can bring down your nervous system. The other beautiful thing to bring down your nervous system is after these heavy sessions. So tonight, Dr. Jill Craft, hour and a half. This is a must-see session, okay? She is going to be, I've seen her presentation, y'all. Woo! I am so excited for this. If you have LS questions, treatment, what's going on, what do I do? Want to see pictures, talking about anatomy changes, all of the things lichen sclerosus, you want to make this session. Not only are we doing the presentation, but she's going to follow up with Q&A time. And so you want to ask the best of the best about lichen sclerosus, you want to make this session live, okay? I mean, the replay is going to be amazing, but you want to make this live. But anyway, like I was previously saying, this is going to be a really heavy session. So after these heavy sessions, we are going to have a 5-minute meditation to help you bring your nervous system down, because we want to make sure that you are prepared to get even more information. Now, some of you may be newly diagnosed. This is all new to you. Please, please, please look after your mental health, okay? If it's too much, leave. Get a pass with the replays if you don't already have it, and then watch it at your own pace. There's going to be a lot of information, and I want to make sure that you take care of yourself, because stress is the #1 trigger for a lichen sclerosus flare, and we don't want nobody flaring on our account, okay? We want to make you better. So that's #1. #2, we're going to have these amazing well-being sessions. So our first session after this is going to be a gentle yoga. We're going to ease into the summit with Penny Peterson, who's amazing. You may know her on Instagram as Wellbeing by Penny, but she is just awesome at just that her voice is very soothing, and she has these gentle yoga movements that are really going to help ease us into the summit. Now, today's schedule is going to be a little different than our normal schedule. We're having just our morning sessions, and then we're having a break until our evening sessions. The reason being is we have a lot of new people in our community, and we want to make sure, again, we're not turning on that fire hose of information right away. Tomorrow's going to be a little busier, and then we get into the real nitty-gritty on Wednesday and Thursday, and then on Friday, we're going to finish it up. So look through the schedule. You want to RSVP at the sessions that like you want to like absolutely not miss. And then maybe click maybe for the ones that you're like, I'd like to go, but I might be too overwhelmed from the other session. So I need a break. So click a maybe. You want to do this so that way you get notifications. You're going to get a 30-minute reminder. Hey, session's coming up. Don't miss it. All right. Now, I want to highlight that this, obviously you're here, so you know how to get into this session. Our all access sessions. These are the sessions for our all access pass holders. These are the sessions that are on top of our educational sessions. So I want to highlight, this is a good one. Dilators. Dilators is a question, is a concern for some people, especially if you're dealing with the vaginal opening, closing, you're dealing with pain with sex. Your pelvic floor PT might have you going through dilator treatment. And Ashley Crew is amazing. She has, I think she has spoken at every summit the last 5 years or 4 years. She's amazing, but she's an amazing teacher. She's amazing pelvic floor PT, and she's going to be going through all of the dilator stuff, but also talking about what's going on mentally while you're doing your dilators and why that impacts your success, right? So it's going to be an amazing session. Following her session, she's going to be doing a Q&A. Now, this is going to be a great opportunity if you have questions about dilators, if you have questions about pelvic floor physical therapy, if you have questions about that mind-body connection, what is going on? If you have questions about nerve pain, she's an expert in all of these things. And so you want to be able to join her in this session and ask your questions. For 45 minutes is just Q&A. What do you want to know? She can go deep and really answer your questions for you. Now, you might see, okay, so this says text you. Obviously, that's not a Zoom link. No, because we are in the Holistic Healing Summit space. So we need to go to the all access session space. And then we need to go to all access sessions. And now we'll have access to the Zoom link. So if you are an all access pass holder, you're ready to go to an all access session, make sure you are in the all access space, and then you can go to those all access sessions. Now, if you're not an all access pass holder and you're like, what is this? I want to know. Good thing you asked. So the all access pass gets you all of the things. It really is your full support pass. And what you're going to get is, of course, the sessions, the extra sessions like we just talked about. You're going to get extra content. So these are extra video replays from past summits, not just our holistic healing summits, but we've got like from our mini summits, our vulvovaginal mini summits, and we're still going to be dropping in more links, more sessions throughout the week. We've got our other, like I said, our all access sessions. You're going to get a PDF guide. Let me show you our PDF guide. This is freaking amazing. Okay. Over here. How do I show this one? Do you all see that? I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay. So this is our PDF guide. This thing is over 70 pages long. Okay. And the beauty about this is it's going to help you get clear on what you want out of this summit. You've got your schedule, so you can easily look at your written down schedule. You've got information on different studies that are happening, different information on different offerings that we have. You've got coupon codes from our sponsors, different offerings from there. So there's so much information here. And then you have session extras. So these are this is information, worksheets, PDFs, tools that go deeper into the session than what than just what the experts are going to be talking about. So super, super excited about this beautiful, beautiful guide. This is as soon as you sign up for your All Access Pass, this is available. It's also available inside of the community. So you do not want to miss out on this, okay? Now let's go back into our community. Okay, so let's look at our first all access session for today. So this is going to be our Creating Your Vulva Advanced Directive. This came out, again, out of the community. You guys ask, we answer. Lots of questions on what's going to happen as I age. Who's going to take care of my vulva if I'm not able to communicate, or if I'm not able to take care of myself, right? We all have that fear of advancing to vulvar cancer. We know, or you may not know, but most people who advance to vulvar cancer, it's because they've gone untreated for a long time. And obviously the fear is, if I can't take care of myself, who's going to apply my treatment? And this is the document where you're going to be able to express your voice, how you want it, and then have that given to the stakeholders who need to know this. Your proxy, your health proxy, have this as part of your, if you have an advanced directive, have this as an addendum to your advanced directive. So we're going to literally walk through and create our advanced directive for our vulvas, and that's going to take care of that. Okay. There's so many different amazing all access sessions. You guys, literally there's 11 additional sessions. So you do not want to miss that. I think we're also going to talk about, let me see. Sorry, I lost my place. I'm just going to go back to community. Oh, one thing I did, let me stop sharing my screen so I can see you guys. One of the things is that we really do take your feedback and make changes. So earlier this year, we had a survey on what do you guys want to hear? What do you want to learn from the Holistic Healing Summit? And it literally changed our whole schedule. It changed what we were going to talk about, who these experts were, and we have framed it around all of the information that you wanted. Now, we need that feedback. So you may have seen in the community, there is a post that we just recently added on titled, "We value your feedback, participate in our pre and post surveys." Please, 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 if you have not done so already, please go in and take this quick pre-survey before the summit. So we're going to have a decent break after our next session and before our session tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Use that time to go in, take that survey, and then go in and leave us your feedback. And then we will email you the post-event survey on the 26th, so that way you can have some time to take the information in, implement it, and start seeing some results. Okay. And this does a few things. Not only does it let us know what's going on with you guys in the community, what are your needs, what are the things that we need to produce to help you thrive with this condition, but it also helps us show if the summit is having an impact. Because if it's not having an impact, there's no point in us doing it. But we know anecdotally, because we have the people leaving us comments and sending us emails about how much the summit has impacted them. But in order for us to go after grants, in order for us to go after major donors, we have to show that the work that we're doing is having an impact. And the only way we can do that is through you guys giving us feedback. So doing the pre and the post survey really help us to show, hey, listen, this is where this person was before they came to the summit. This is where they were after the summit. Are they any better? And then if they ain't better, we can show, listen, look, the summit helped this person get better. And so please, 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 if you haven't already, go into the community. It is the first post in your welcome session, and fill out that survey. It should not take you any more than 5-10 minutes, and give us your feedback. Now, not only do we ask for your feedback pre and post event, after every session, you're going to have a post event session survey. This is really quick. Let us know. I think it's like 5-6 questions. Let us know, how was the session? Did you enjoy the content? How was the speaker? Should we bring them back? That kind of thing. Give us your quick feedback. It really does help us to know, are we on the right track? Do we need to change things up? That kind of thing. So truly appreciate all of your feedback. And it really, really does make a difference. Okay. So yes. So someone asked, did I see that there are 2 separate Find the People sessions today? Every day you're going to have 2 separate Find the People sessions. Those are our community sessions. Every day. We're going to have one in the beginning half of the day and one in the second half of the day. That way people in different time zones can can go to the one that really help is most accommodates their time. Also, people can go before work, after work, however you want. So yes, 2 a day, one in the first part of the day, one in the second part of the day. And they're all 1 hour, unhosted, unrecorded. So really it is a private space for you to communicate. Community, baby, community. So if you haven't got an all access or a value pass, I really want to highlight what you get. So with your all access pass, not only are you getting those extra sessions, not only are you getting the extra, hold on, so is it, are the featured bits in the all access session? Are they pretty? The featured that extra content is pre-recorded. Those are from past sessions, so you can watch them anytime this week. We're going to have the community open through the end of May, so you'll have access to those recordings all the way through the end of May that you can watch whenever you want. So absolutely. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Oh, what do you get in your all access pass? You get those extra actually it's 12 sessions, I believe. Those extra 12 sessions, you get that extra content we were just talking about. You get your all access guide that we were talking about. You're going to get either a journal or a mug if you want. So our journals are like this. It comes with a little pen. And this is a way for you to kind of like, you know, keep your thoughts, a gratitude journal, write down tips or whatever it is that you want. Do we also access the content for the past summit here too? I think it was being mentioned to be included. So we have a bonus for our, with the bonus, you get 13 past summit sessions. You don't get access to all past 4 years. If you want access to all past 4 years, we're going to talk about that in a minute, how you can get that. But with your all access pass, you get those featured posts, which going through them, I'll tell you exactly what we're looking at here. You're going to get access to, we have replays on sex toys and lichen sclerosus, unveiling clitoral adhesions, flare management, and all about sexual wellness, which that was a session. That was a great session. And like I said, we're going to be adding other sessions as well. But it's a lot of great information, a lot of great replays from our past summits. And it really does help to just give you the whole round holistic approach to treating this condition, to living with this condition and thriving with this condition. So you're going to get your mug or your journal. You're also going, you're also going to get, these extra workshops, which please do go through and look at the descriptions for these all access sessions, because literally we're going to have a psychologist walk us through how do we start these conversations with our partners or potential partners, so that they understand what is going on with our bodies, with our mental health, so that they can really have that empathy, and we're not destroying our relationships in the process. We're not letting lichen sclerosus really create those barriers around our loved ones, that we then have to overcome. So yes, the yoga session starts at 10 o'clock Eastern. Oh, one other thing I want to show you, I did send out a post about this, but one thing I do want to show you, if you're not in the Eastern Daylight Time Zone, you can update your time zone so that it will update to your time zones. You want to click on your profile picture, go to personal settings, then you're going to go to profile, edit profile, and scroll down, and this is where you're going to change your time zone. When you do that, it will update the times so that you don't have to do that time change schedule thing in your head. Great time saver, just saying. Okay. So please stop sharing that. Okay. So your all access pass, like I said, your recordings. Almost forgot. We do something special here at LSSN. We do keyword searchable recordings. Okay. This is something that I've never seen done for any other recordings that I've ever gotten. And I do a lot of virtual stuff, virtual summits, never seen it done. So I want to show you, because I feel like this is something that is not really appreciated the way that it should, and it's huge. It's huge. So I'm going to share my screen again with you. This is a playlist from past summits. And this is going to be similar to what you're going to receive on May the 26th. You're going to receive access to your playlist. When you click over here, see this fraction, it's going to be one of however many videos are in there. And you're going to be able to see all the different sessions, all of the different titles, and you'll be able to just click on it and it'll take you to that video. Now, there's 27 videos in here. Let's say you want information on diet, but there's all those videos. There's at least 3 videos in there that talk about diet. But let's say you want to talk about a specific thing in diets, right? So let's just talk about, let's say we want to talk about the gut. So we want to hit this little magnifying glass. We're going to type in gut, hit enter, and we're going to see how many times the gut was talked about in these videos. So we can see here in the autoimmune protocol video, it was talked about 10 times. Implications of stress, it was talked about 3 times. So now you can see, right? So that's interesting. This is the implication of stress, but she's talking about the gut. Okay. What is she saying about the gut? So we can go click the video, see the clip, see the actual transcript where she's talking about the gut. So here she's talking about, it can easily disrupt the gut health. Interesting. I want to see what she says. So you can click that time and it's going to take you directly to that clip. Y'all, this is like having your own Lichen Sclerosus Google at your fingertips, your own private encyclopedia, for those of us who are old enough to know what an encyclopedia is, your own digital encyclopedia at your fingertips, okay? This is, again, never seen this before in any of our past, in any other summit that or conference that I've gone to. This is a game changer. And you have access to this for life when you have an all access pass. So let's just say you've gone through the summit, you've attended the sessions live, and I'm telling you again, you got that fire hose of information. There's going to be a lot of it, and you're going to want to go back. You're going to want to watch these summits, these replays, because there's going to be so much information, so much great information. You're going to be like, oh my God, I got to go and see that again. Because there's so much gold. I say it every year. There's so much gold. I learn something new every session. Okay. So let's just say you've gone through the summit and it's 2-3 months later and you start having a new symptom. You can easily go in, type in what is this new symptom, see where it was talked about, and go directly to those videos, to that clip. It is so underutilized, but this is available for you with your all access pass. With your value pass, you have access to these for only 30 days. With your all access pass, you have access to this for life. Okay. And then with your all access pass, not only do you get access to this year's summit, you get access to 13 past replays that are going to help you really get the most out of that summit. If you want more information on those 13 sessions. We did email it to you, but I can also put a post into the group, because that's the way we do. I missed some of the information, but if I want access to this information after the lives, I need to pay. Where do I find that? Yes. So if you want the all access pass, you can upgrade, or you can get your all access. You can upgrade on the same landing page. So I'll drop the link in the chat. It's lssupportnetwork.org/WHS. And you can scroll down, get your all access pass, or if you've already got your value pass, there is an upgrade button right there, and then you will get immediate access to that. So definitely you want to take care of that. And yes, if you are outside of the US and you want a journal, someone asked if you want a journal be sent outside of the US. Yes, because shipping from the US to other countries is it's cost prohibitive for us. So yes, if you want, just shoot me a message in the community, or shoot me an email, and we can figure out what that postage is going to be. And, yeah, someone's excited about the keyword search. It is so, listen, it is so underutilized, and it is one of my favorite features. So even as I'm giving support, doing emails, even during your virtual meetups, I will have the playlist open, and I will keyword search when people are asking questions, and keyword search so I can go back to the experts, to the doctors who have already educated on this, because I'm not a machine. I can't remember everything. And so this is so, so great. Now, I want to show you, someone asked about being able to see all of the past summits. Oh, one other thing I want to say is when you upgrade to an all access pass or to a value pass, you're helping the community. All of these donations help us to continue doing our programming. We do free virtual meetups. We do the summit. We do free events with experts speaking throughout the year. We do a blog and a video post. And the most exciting thing for this year is we are creating a continuous education program for providers, because we want to hit it at the source, right? We wouldn't need all of this great information if our providers were able to do their jobs to the best of their ability and treat us accordingly, properly, so that we wouldn't have medical trauma, so that we wouldn't progress with this condition, so that we would have the information up front. And so we are creating this program so that we can train doctors on what it is they need to know, diagnosis, treatment, and not just ultra potent steroids. Here you go. This is all you need. Use as needed. No, we are letting them know there are options. This is not a one size fits all. Treating lichen sclerosus, Dr. Kraft said it beautifully last year. It's an art. There's science and there's an art. You have to mix them two together. Each person should have an individualized plan for their body, for their lichen sclerosus. And so we're going to teach them how to do this. We're going to give them the support how to do this. We're going to give them the information when new things are coming out. So when you support us through getting a pass, through joining our membership, through making a donation, through becoming a monthly donor, you are helping us to create these programs, these workshops, so that we can change the future of lichen sclerosus care. So We have an amazing community of LS warriors, and I want to show you what that is, because this is one of the backbones of our nonprofit. Share my screen here again. This is our LS Warriors community. So it's kind of like a house with a bunch of different rooms. And I'll walk you quickly through each room. So we've got our newsroom, our bulletin board. This is where we post our videos, our blogs, anything that's going on, where we poll the community, where we share new opportunities for you. So this is where we post them. We have our dining room. We have a very active chat where our community members talk to each other, support each other, and just be there for each other. We've had where people were literally going into the doctor's office and needing support, and they were able to get support right away. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing. We have private virtual meetups. So once a month, we have virtual meetups on a Saturday, 2 different times for the different time zones, where we come together and kind of just like in those community chats that you're going to have, those community spaces you're going to have throughout this week, we do that with our LS Warriors community. And then we have our virtual meetups, which are half education, half Q&A / sharing. We have those as well. And we're going to, as time permits, we're going to have private experts come in here like we used to in the past. But right now it's mostly our meetups, but we will have other sessions. Then we have our library. This is our biggest room of the space. This is where you get all of the past summits, okay? All of, not just the Holistic Healing Summit, our our past vulvovaginal summit, all of this here. There's over 100 videos just from summits. But not only do you get the past summits, you get recordings of our past meetings. You get past recordings of interviews that have not made it to the podcast. You get past teachings that have not made it to the public. Extra resources. There's books to download. There's how-to videos. All of these is here for you. And then you have your private LS Warrior space, where, again, kind of like the forum, where you can create a post, ask a question, share, and get feedback from the community. So all of this is available to you for a monthly donation of $19.99 or an annual donation of $199.99. And this is USD, but you get access to all of these rooms, all of the content in these rooms. And like I said, you are supporting our mission. You are helping to change the future of LS care. So I will drop that link in the chat as well. There's also in the community, you'll be able to see a post that goes again into that information, but we can't do this without your support. Okay. Someone asked, are there any sessions or pre-recorded content included information about LS management in childhood? We don't have Holistic Healing Summit sessions on childhood LS, but we do have we have a video and we have a blog post on childhood LS. We did try to have a session, but the expert was like, they couldn't talk about it for an hour because you treat childhood LS just like you would adult vulvar LS. There's no difference. And so they didn't feel like there was enough material to talk about it for an hour. So yeah. Okay. Please drop your questions in the chat. Anything else you want to know about? This is going to be an amazing week. This is going to be so impactful. I want to make sure you know everything that you need to know to get the most out of this week. Sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna put the link again because for some reason it did not turn into a hyperlink. You go. All right. All right, guys. Let me know. Give me a heart if this is not your first summit. I want to see how if we have more new people. We've got returning people. Okay. See a couple hearts up. All right. Awesome. Now, if this is not your first summit, give me one word that you would use to describe the summit in the chat. For new people, I'm about to poll you too. So give me one word that you would describe for the Holistic Healing Summit. Overwhelming. Yes, that overpowering. I was telling you, empowering, life-changing. Yes, overwhelming. This is why the recordings are so important, because we need you to, we want to make sure we don't overwhelm you. You want to make sure that you are taking those breaks, but you can still get that information later. Okay. Essential, phenomenal. Yeah. All right. Someone asked, is there physician help other than the usual list? Unfortunately, they have not been helpful finding doctors in Kentucky. Yeah, but unfortunately, I wonder, are you asking if we're going to have doctors who are not on our provider directory? I think that's the question. No, we don't have like a new list but the beautiful thing about this summit, so we call them provider deserts, where there are areas where there just aren't any vulvar specialists. In this summit, this week alone, you're going to be able to talk to at least 4 vulvar specialists. 4. And you're not going to have to travel. You're not going to have to pay their doctor's fee, their consultation fee. You're going to have the opportunity to ask these doctors questions. You're going to have the opportunity to learn from these providers, okay? 3 of them have all access Q&A sessions, okay? So you're going to be able to ask them your question if you have an all access pass. So I would highly suggest, if you don't have access to a vulvar specialist, this is your opportunity to do that, to have those questions answered. Affirming and encouraging. Yes, I love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Informational. Yes. All right, we've got 4 minutes before our break. We're going to be, like I said, going into our first session, which is with Penny Peterson. We're going to do some yoga. We're going to get ourselves ready to enjoy this amazing week. Following that, we're going to have our first community session. So I encourage you to join. That's going to be at 12:15 Eastern Daylight Time. So I encourage you to jump in there and just get excited, talk to each other, just really be here with each other. You're not alone in wherever you are in front of your computer or your phone. You're not alone. You are literally in the midst of so many people that you can talk to that get it. So do not miss this chance. Someone said, hold on, someone said, not familiar with Zoom, so apologies for the basic question, but where are you posting the links you mentioned, please? Oh, in the chat. I'm sorry. If you scroll up, you'll see the link for the membership. Okay. I have the yoga listed at 11 Eastern this morning. It's 11 daylight times. Y'all, I'm sorry. I literally didn't realize that it was daylight savings time until someone called me out and said, it's daylight savings time, not standard time. And I was like, I've been working on this for so long. But yes, everything is daylight savings times. I will try to go in and fix things but if you go into your profile, change your time zone, then the times will show up correctly in your agenda. Okay. Yes, I will drop the link in there again. And please, any questions you guys have, you can also message me in the group. Okay, so there's a link again. I'm going to show you real quick how to message me in the group. And again, this is how you can message anyone. But you can find me pretty quickly if you go to, I'm the author on these posts. So literally the quickest way is to open up any post, click my picture, hit chat, and then just shoot me your message. Okay. Or if you want to, you can ask anybody in the community, and you can just type right there. Okay. Okay. See some other questions coming in real quick. Oh, thank you, y'all. My links weren't going into the chat. I was messaging myself. I don't know what the heck. All right, so I'm going to do it one more time. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, hopefully you can see that this time. All right, we have, yes, okay, success. All right, so guys, we are going to be back in our next Zoom session in 30 minutes. This is a great time to go to the bathroom, grab you some water, some juice, get you a snack. Also, grab a pillow or have somewhere comfortable that if you want to be able to sit for the yoga. If you have your mat, get that, get ready. Just get ready to get in the zone and really let's just get ourselves centered so that we can have an amazing, amazing week. I love you. Thank you so much for all of your support. Without you, we cannot do this. And don't forget to do your surveys because it really, really does help us. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye.